Tonight, the grim search for two members of the Canadian Air Force after a Chinook helicopter crashed in the Ottawa River. From a rescue operation to a recovery mission.
A tremendously emotional day here in Petawawa and for the next few days as well.
Trauma following a military training mission. The race to find a missing mini-sub before the air supply runs out.
Every single minute feels like hours.
Growing fear for those on board the underwater expedition. Plus, inside a busy sanctuary for baby seals.
These are wild animals. They're not used to being around humans.
The Canadian Aquarium providing crucial aid for helpless marine mammals.
CTV National News with Omar Sachedina.
Good evening, everyone. Two desperate searches are underway tonight. One deep in the waters of the North Atlantic, where it's a race against the clock. And the other in the Ottawa River after a devastating helicopter crash overnight during a military training exercise. And that is where we begin tonight. About 50 Canadian Armed Forces members are involved in the search for two people still missing. Two others were taken to hospital after the Chinook they were on went down. The incident happening shortly after midnight near Garrison Petawawa. The military's fleet of 15 is used to transport troops and equipment in natural disasters and emergency medical evacuations. CTV's Kevin Gallagher leads us off with the latest on the search and recovery operation.
A helicopter surveyed the Ottawa River looking for any sign of two missing Air Force members in what the military called a search and recovery effort. According to the Prime Minister, there were fatalities.
I was happy to speak with the Chief of Defence Staff last night to express my condolences for the families and colleagues of the members who've been killed.
Despite those comments, the armed forces wouldn't confirm if any of its members were killed, only that two others were injured and taken to hospital. 4 crew members were on board the Chinook helicopter from Garrison Petawawa when it crashed into the Ottawa River. People in Petawawa are used to seeing Chinook squadron training exercises, like this one last August. Today's accident hit this small military community hard.
We are one big family, and when you go through a very emotional time like this, it's going to take this family to work together to support the families and to support each other through this tragedy.
The town has stopped taking water from the river over concerns fuel could be leaking out of the helicopter. This crash comes 3 years after a cyclone helicopter plunged into the sea off the coast of Greece, killing 6 on board. An autopilot software problem was blamed for that accident.
Canada's Chinook helicopters are used to transport equipment and personnel during military operations. The Prime Minister is promising an investigation into what caused today's incident. Kevin Gallagher, CTV News, Petawawa, Ontario.
Time is running out to find a missing submersible that vanished on its way to tour what's left of the Titanic. We now know the identities of all 5 people on board, and we know they have less than 2 days of oxygen left on what should have been a 2.5-hour dive down to the ruins. The Titanic wreckage sits at the bottom of the ocean nearly 4 kilometers deep, where the pressure is roughly 400 times what it is at sea level. No diver could withstand it. The area being searched is about 700 kilometers south of St. John's, Newfoundland, where CTV's Geneviève Beauchemin is tonight.
Salvage equipment landed in Newfoundland tonight en route to the site of the massive grid search. These are the last images of the van-sized submersible before it dove toward the wreck of the Titanic and disappeared.
Our crews are working around the clock to ensure that we are doing everything possible to locate the Titan and the 5 crew members.
Search and rescue teams have less than a day and a half to pinpoint the sub's location before its air supply runs out. But even if they do, retrieving it may prove the more challenging part of the mission. A privately owned pipelaying vessel now on scene is focusing its robotic underwater vehicle and camera at the site.
If the ROV finds something, it's going to depend on what they find, what needs to be, what steps need to be taken next.
This Canadian Coast Guard vessel, HMCS John Cabot, is joining the frantic search. Other ships are expected to ferry a decompression chamber and a portable lift system to the site. The identities of all 5 on board is now confirmed. Shahzada Dawood, a Pakistani-British businessman and adventure seeker, is with his 19-year-old son Suleiman. They joined Hamish Harding, a British billionaire explorer who has been to space before.
I'm just hoping for good news. Every single second, every single minute feels like hours. And we're losing time and we're losing opportunity to find them alive.
The sub, for me, it's very well done because it's simple.
And also in the small vessel, a renowned researcher known as Mr. Titanic, Paul-Henri Nargelet, who's been to the wreck more than 30 times.
Turn left, turn right.
And today, OceanGate confirmed Stockton Rush, seen here sitting in the sub and showing its simple controls, was on board too. He founded the company that's been offering the Titanic trips since 2021. Among the concerns, the sub is bolted shut and can only be opened by the outside. And so the best hope now is that it managed to rise to the surface where crews can get to it fast. But sonar buoys have also been placed in the water, listening for tapping sounds or voices.
They'll be hoping that the crew will be able to create some sound and they'll be able to hear that.
Still, if the submersible is located on the seafloor almost 4 kilometers down, mounting a rescue mission could take time, and there's very little of that left. Equipment that's been loaded onto ships at the harbor tonight here in St. John's will be taken to the search site, but that's nearly 700 kilometers away. Getting to the moon, some have said, is easier than getting to the bottom of our oceans. Omar.
An agonizing wait. CTV's Genevieve Pochemin tonight. Thank you. Parts of Alberta ravaged by weeks of wildfires are on evacuation alert again tonight over severe flooding. It was 10 years ago today that rising water levels in southern Alberta killed 5 people, displaced 100,000 others, and left $5 billion in damage. The new states of emergency are in the central part of the province, and so is CTV's Alberta Bureau Chief Bill Fortier.
The rushing river just meters away from the Fenrick's cabin is normally a quiet creek that wanders around their manicured lawn.
There's one of the pins for the horseshoe pit.
Now much of that lawn has been swallowed up, lawn decorations swept away after the embarrassed river overflowed its banks. Their community, Lower Robb, is under an evacuation order, but Al and Bernice Fenrick and their cabin are okay.
And you still smile? Yeah, what the hell? What are you going to do?
Lower Robb is one of many communities across Alberta's Yellowhead County currently dealing with flooding following several days of intense rain.
It has been relentless. So now we're in a flood situation. We've got roads washing out. We've got bridges being compromised.
In the hamlet of Piers, this critical bridge has been damaged by rising water.
So right now those residents are cut off for driving their vehicles back and forth, but we've got emergency services in there. So if there's something that goes on, they're ready to respond.
The town of Edson has declared a local state of emergency.
This storm is considered to once in a 50-year event.
Chantel Bustard's entire ranch is underwater. She had to rescue her horses and dogs.
You see your home and it's just like flooding before your eyes, and it's just like all your hard work is just gone.
Many of the communities now threatened by floods were in the path of wildfires just weeks ago, testing the strength of Yellowhead County and its roughly 11,000 people.
I am proud to be able to stand here and say that we have not had the loss of one single human life.
For properties like this one, there's now a lot of cleanup ahead, but first the threat has to pass. The rain stopped around mid-afternoon for much of the region. There's more in the forecast, though, for tomorrow. However, it's not expected to be anywhere near as intense as it has over the last few days. Bill Fortier, CTV News, Yellowhead County, Alberta.
And just west of those flooded communities, snow in Jasper National Park has stranded dozens of tourists.
There are trees down on the road coming out of the mountain, which means we can't leave.
About 100 people are stuck at Miette Hot Springs after the weight of heavy snow toppled trees, blocking the only way out for the past couple of days.
There are some people here now that are in dire straits, that would like to go home, that would like to connect with family, that have missed flights.
He says resort operators are keeping the stranded guests well fed and warm. A lengthy investigation into Hunter Biden has ended with the president's son agreeing to a deal. He'll plead guilty to tax offenses, but he won't be prosecuted on a charge of illegally possessing a gun as a drug user, as long as he follows certain conditions. An agreement Republicans are calling a double standard. Here's CTV's Washington Bureau Chief Joy Melvin.
The president's only surviving son has been in the spotlight, and not always in a good way, battling drug addiction in the past and failing to see how his lobbying work in China and Ukraine could politically impact his father.
I made a mistake in retrospect as it related to creating any perception that was wrong.
But after a 5-year criminal probe headed by Trump-appointed lawyer David Weiss, Hunter Biden agreed to plead guilty for failing to pay his taxes on $1 million income earned overseas. And a gun possession charge will be dismissed if he meets certain conditions. A deal that calls for no prison time and likely probation.
Where's Hunter?
Donald Trump, who's bashed the president's son, attacked the deal as a mere traffic ticket, saying our system is broken. Top Republicans say it's more evidence of a double standard.
If you are the president's leading political opponent, the DOJ tries to literally put you in jail and give you prison time. If you are the president's son, you get a sweetheart deal.
Republicans comparing Hunter's case to Trump's criminal indictment over classified documents. He told Fox News why he didn't hand them over.
Why did you have this very sensitive national security defense documents?
Because I had boxes. I want to go through the boxes and get all my personal things out. I don't want to hand that over to NARA yet. And I was very busy, as you've sort of seen.
Campaigning out west, the president sticking by his son.
I'm very proud of my son.
House Republicans vowed to continue investigating Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings. As for the president, there won't be the spectacle of his son on trial as he asks voters for a second term. Omar?
All right, Joy, thanks. An emotional journey to healing a painful past took a major step forward today. A national monument promised to survivors and victims of Canada's residential school system will now be built on Parliament Hill. A survivor-led steering committee selected the site as one of the calls to action from Canada's Truth and Reconciliation Commission. The monument is meant to give survivors a voice once silenced.
So many never had this chance, right? You know, my schoolmates, my classmates. You know, so, yeah, it's emotional. It should be emotional for all of Canada, including the haters. It's time that they grow up and recognize the truth of this country.
It has yet to be designed. Tomorrow is National Indigenous Peoples Day. A First Nation is expressing feelings of outrage and betrayal tonight over the grand opening of what's being dubbed Canada's biggest casino. The frustration is that the mega facility will compete with casinos owned by Indigenous communities, depriving them of critical funding. CTV's Adrian Gobriel on what they see as a game of roulette with real-life consequences.
Welcome to the action. Yeah! Inside Canada's newly minted Great Canadian Casino Resort in Toronto.
This will be the largest casino resort in the country.
This space features 145 table games, 4,800 slot machines, and some Indigenous communities who also operate casinos believe the deck has been stacked against them.
It's an existential threat.
North of Toronto, the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation own the Great Blue Heron Casino.
It is the economic foundation and lifeblood of our community.
The First Nation Casino is operated by a company called Great Canadian Entertainment and the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation. In 2016, the Mississaugas of Scugog Island signed this revenue share agreement with the Ontario government, which in part states that the Great Blue Heron continue to operate and be commercially viable. Since that deal was signed, the OLG and Great Canadian Entertainment opened a new casino in Pickering, Ontario, while operating one in nearby Ajax, now adding the sprawling complex in the city's West End. In doing so, Chief Kelly LaRocca believes the terms of the deal have been violated.
The Ford government broke their word to our community.
Hi everyone, welcome to this exciting event.
Not so, says the leadership of Great Canadian Entertainment, who claim to be working to keep Great Blue Heron viable.
We absolutely understand and respect the chief's position on this. All we can say is that we are trying to demonstrate our commitment to that property by investing tens of millions of dollars.
The Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation are set to enter mediation with the province of Ontario. Chief LaRocca is ready to pursue legal action against the Ford government if they're not satisfied with the outcome.
Honor your commitments. Honor your word.
As of tonight, this brand new mega casino is open for business. How it affects the sustainability of surrounding Indigenous communities and their gaming hubs remains to be seen. Omar.
All right, Adrian, thanks. 4 by-elections were held last night, and while no seats changed parties, there were some intriguing storylines. In Montreal, Liberal Anna Gainey won. She is the daughter of hockey great Bob Gainey and a former party president.
Whatever awaits me in my time as a member of Parliament, I promise to continue abiding by the values that he instilled in me.
Ben Carr won for the Liberals in Winnipeg. It's the same riding his father, the late Cabinet Minister Jim Carr, held. Also in Manitoba, the Conservatives' Brendan Leslie soundly beat Maxime Bernier, denying the People's Party leader a seat in the House. And Arpan Khanna won for the Conservatives in a southwestern Ontario riding, despite the previous Conservative MP backing the Liberal candidate in protest over the nomination process. Coming up after the break, an internet influencer charged with rape and human trafficking in Romania. Plus,
#1 patient that comes into the center.
A rare glimpse inside a safe haven for sick seals. A riot at a women's prison in Honduras has claimed the lives of at least 41 people. All of the victims were women. Authorities say some had died of burns while others had been shot. There are reports that a brawl erupted between rival gangs early this morning. Here at home, newcomers from beyond Canada's borders have long contributed to the success of this country. And again this year, Canada led the way in global refugee resettlement. On this World Refugee Day, CTV's Heather Butts examines the track record.
Ukraine, Afghanistan, Sudan, Syria. The United Nations predicts there were 110 million people forcibly displaced at the end of May. That number grows every day, all seeking safe haven, like 23-year-old Sophie, who fled the war in Ukraine.
My parents very confident told me, can you please go to the safe place? We're afraid for your future.
Fighting for their lives, millions have fled conflict, violence, or persecution. Murat Simsek found his way to Canada from Turkey.
I don't feel a second-class citizen. I'm happy that Canada has this long-standing tradition of welcoming refugees.
Now studying at university, he's following his dream, but feels guilty. He entered Canada through Roxham Road, a passageway that has since been shut.
These people risk their lives to cross the border. So it's so upsetting to see that the Roxham Road is closed now.
Canada did accept nearly 48,000 people last year, making it the largest resettlement country in 2022.
I mean, this is the story of Canada, right? This is the story of Canadians.
Michael Casasola has worked with refugees for more than 30 years. He admits it's not easy at first.
It does improve each year, and it improves again for the next generation. That's one of the things Canada does well, whereas other countries tend to have a plateau.
Canada hopes to welcome 500,000 permanent residents in 2025, but refugee advocates point out government-assisted resettlements dropped by 8,000 that year.
This is an unacceptably low number for a country as wealthy as Canada and in a context of global crisis, and it doesn't match the level of generosity we see from Canadians.
With Canada's ambitious immigration targets, advocates are also calling for a clear plan on social supports like housing and jobs, problematic in the country's biggest cities. Heather Butts, CTV News, Toronto.
Still ahead, a memorable Olympic moment. The infectious enthusiasm of a Canadian weightlifter. A controversial social media influencer and former kickboxing champion Andrew Tate has been charged with rape and human trafficking in Romania. Tate was indicted with his brother Tristan and 2 female suspects for allegedly forming a criminal gang to sexually assault women. The self-proclaimed misogynist was arrested 6 months ago and has been under house arrest since March. The Paris Olympics is embroiled in controversy tonight with the big event just over 13 months away. Police searched the organizing committee's headquarters in an investigation into alleged embezzlement of public funds and favoritism. The committee says it is cooperating with investigators. It also said that stringent procedures were used in connection with the several hundred contracts that it awarded. Paris won the right to host the 2024 Games back in 2017. And an electrifying entrance at the Special Olympics World Summer Games by a Canadian ready to rock. Phil Brown's energy was infectious. The weightlifter made deadlifting 375 pounds look easy. Then a full sprint to the bench press, benching 143 pounds, more than his actual body weight. A powerhouse performance and incredible enthusiasm. After the break, saving seals.
All of those little guys and one girl are less than probably about a week to 10 days old.
An up-close look at a unique marine animal rescue center. Canada's only dedicated marine mammal rescue center has become a temporary home for baby seals born just days ago. The Vancouver Aquarium is giving them the delicate care they need. CTV's BC Bureau Chief Melanie Nagy got an inside look at the rescue mission.
If you stand near the Port of Vancouver and listen very closely, you can hear the barking of a baby harbor seal. Her name is Eleanor, and she's a rescue. She's your lone female?
She is, yeah. She's the smallest one so far this year.
Lindsay Ackhurst heads a team now caring for the pup at the Vancouver Aquarium Marine Mammal Rescue Center.
We have recently in the last week admitted 5 harbor seal pups. All of those little guys and one girl are less than probably about a week to 10 days old.
Henry here was one of the first to be admitted after he was found hurt in one of the city's harbors.
Where he was situated was between a lot of boats. We did need to rescue him for his safety.
The center, which is one of a kind in Canada, has been rescuing and rehabilitating marine mammals for over 60 years.
We get over 100, 150 seal pups each year.
Ackhurst says some seals are abandoned by their mothers. Others, however, need rescuing after people touched or moved them.
It's super important to remember that these animals are wild animals, so to stay back and give us a call.
All of the pups will receive around-the-clock care. The goal is to stabilize their health so they can eventually be released back into the wild where they belong. Melanie Nagy, CTV News, Vancouver.
And that's a snapshot of this Tuesday for all of us at CTV National News. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.